Hambletonian is very much a stroll through America's past. Old-fashioned rides, simple pleasures of saltwater taffy and caramel apples, carnival hucksters and hustlers with their many games of chance. But if this is a part of the past, it's only fitting, because the Hambletonian is very much a salute to harness racing's past. The race itself is named after the sire Hambletonian, who started it all. He trotted a mile once in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That would leave him about half the track behind today's horses. But he went on to sire 1,300 offspring and really to start the trotting breed that we're saluting today. The race named after old Hambletonian glitters with other big names. Greyhound won it back when it was at Goshen, New York. Star's Pride sired 8 winners, perhaps the best Neville Pride. And Green Speed, just 2 years ago, won the race and achieved $3 million syndication, a record for harness horses. Speaking of money, the Meadowlands may lure this race, and people may bet millions more in New Jersey. Syracuse may lure it with $1 million purse. But harness racing will still lose part of its past when it moves on from this setting at DuQuoin.
And you get another view of this pretty setting in southern Illinois, the DuQuoin State Fair, the home of the Hambletonian. The first heat won by Legend Hanover with George Sholty, trained by Ray Tripp. In the second spot, Sheola Hanover, and third, Butch Lobel. Here are the horses Pete axed them for heat number 2. Quite a surprise in number 1.
Well, somewhat of a surprise. I think the first 2 finishers stamped themselves as pretty much the class of this field, and I think the question is between these two. As I mentioned earlier, trainer Ray Tripp had Legend Hanover really primed for a great effort today. He got it in the first heat, and he says that this is a tough colt who will get better as the heats go on. That is one line of thinking on the subject. The other is some of the horsemen around the paddock have been saying that maybe driver Jimmy Allen made a few mistakes with Keola. Maybe he went too fast the first quarter. Maybe he tried to move too soon at the head of the stretch and ran out of horse with about 1/8 of a mile to go. So you could look at it either way. Legend could come back even tougher, or Allen and Keola could come back and reverse the order.
Well, we're getting set to go. The second heat of the Hambletonian. Roger Houston for the call.
Thank you, Jay. The sport's 12 finest 3-year-old trotters are in behind the starting gate for the second heat of the Hambletonian. The first heat winner, Legend Hanover at the rail. Here they come for the second heat of the Hambletonian. They're off and trotting, going for the lead. Gin Tonic on the outside. Keola Hanover down along the rail. Legend Hanover third. Classical Way on the outside fourth. 3 wide on the outside. That's Courtly as they race around the turn. Racing sixth at the rail. Butch Lobel. Star City Cold Town up on the outside. Around the turn. Courtly racing 8th. 9th at the rail. Armbro Unlimited. Crowns Christie on the outside. Racing 11th. Gator Bowl. Trailing the field. Gridiron Lad. Past the quarter in 28 and 3. Racing to the back stretch. It's Gin Tonic with the lead. Nature Lover up on the outside is second. Keola Hanover racing third. As the race down the back stretch. Up on the outside. Classical Way going the long mile fourth. Racing fifth. Legend Hanover. Star City Cold Town on the outside. 6th. Butch Lobel 7th. Crowns Christie is 8th. On the outside as the race down the back stretch. Gator Bull racing to the half in 57 and 4/5 as they race into the turn. It's Gin Tonic with the lead. Keola Hanover trotting right there second. Nature Lover still on the outside third. Legend Hanover fourth at the rail. 5th on the outside. Classical Way. Butch Lobel is 6th. 7th on the outside. Star City Cold Town. Crowns Christie is 8th. Courtly 9th at the rail. As they race over the 3/4 mark. It's Gin Tonic at the rail. Here comes Keola Hanover on the outside. The 3/4 in 1:27 and 2. Little more than 1/8 of a mile to go. It's Keola Hanover on the outside. Down along the rail, Gin Tonic. The outside, Classical Way. Legend Hanover begins to move on the outside. Keola Hanover has the lead, but Legend Hanover is charging on the outside. It's Keola Hanover. Legend Hanover with a rush on the outside. Legend Hanover on the outside. Here they are. Legend Hanover wins the Hambletonian in straight heats. The mile 1, 56 and 1. Now back to the winner's circle and Jay Randolph.
Thank you very much, Roger, for an exciting call. We're going to look at this finish again, and Ray Tripp, the trainer of Legend Hanover, is with us. What are your thoughts here?
Well, I was not concerned at all with Legend as long as he could shake free in the stretch. Our biggest problem has been he's been caught in holes. He hasn't been out. This horse has got a lot of high speed, and he's tough when he can take and have his head and can roll. We've had kind of bad racing luck. It's been really probably nobody's fault, but we sure thought we could put it all together. I've been real confident that
we're going to have to go. Congratulations to you and to the Galts, and we'll be right back with more right after this. Exciting day here at the Hambletonian. We certainly have had a great time. Pete, some race.
Terrific,
or a couple of them, right?
Terrific victory for Ray Tripp, and you know, that's one of only 2 horses that he trains. It really turned out to be a people's race.
Well, we want to thank Pete Axthelm, Roger Houston, Charlie Jones, who was with us from London, and